Hello and welcome to this week's renovation update. We are going to take you downstairs so we can give you a bit of an overview of what we've been up to this week, share some tips where we got a little bit stung on some price and where we're making some changes which are going to cost us a little bit of extra money, but we've weighed that out with timing. So
let's go downstairs. Hi everyone, I am Derek.
I'm Claire and welcome back to our Queenslander renovation.
Here it is. So this week we were doing the floor joists up there, which are also ceiling joists. We got as far as we could, and then
so basically what we had to do was we had to finish out the ground floor framing is we had to bring in the floor joists for the upstairs. We also had the flooring was delivered. I think that might have been in the last update, not sure, but very excited about that. And then we've also installed these interior walls here. Now what we have decided is we have decided that we are going to bring somebody in to finish up the upper floor for the extension, plus the roof joists and the roof, because it's just not our wheelhouse. There's a whole load of other problems from a safety perspective, and
if you live in Brisbane at the moment, it's wet,
pouring with rain constantly,
and it's no good for our house.
So basically we've made the decision, we've weighed it up to decide, we've weighed up, you know, cost versus time, which is the reason why we're DIYing this, as you know, to save money. But in this scenario, we've decided that actually it's better to bring somebody in, get them to get it, you know, they'll be able to bash it out in a couple of weeks, whereas it would take us a lot longer. It's a lot more dangerous. We don't necessarily have the experience to be tying in the roofs, and we don't want to have a problem further down the track of water intrusion, those sorts of things. So that's why we've decided to do that, which we're excited about, because it means that whilst they're working on that, Derek can be working on the exterior cladding on the ground floor of the existing Queenslander, so we can keep progress moving. And once we're watertight,
that's exciting,
we get to unpack the containers. So if you may or may not know this, but we had containers shipped over for us when we moved. It's been a great way to store our belongings whilst we've been renovating, because the house that we're living in at the minute is a lot smaller. Plus we didn't want to have excess furniture around, because we know we're going to renovate the existing house as well. So we have had all of our belongings stored in some containers on site.
So it's nice and easy to unpack.
Nice and easy, yeah. But we can't obviously access it because it's packed. I can't wait. I can't even remember what we packed up over a year ago. Can't wait to get some of the kids' toys out, get some bits and pieces out, get my home decor out. Not that I'll be able to put it up just yet, but it means that we'll be able to unpack, bring it in to a watertight ground floor, as then we finish out the bedrooms down here, so that we can move down here and then start on the upstairs. So it's all about progress.
Yes.
Which is very exciting. And then a question recently about how I create the design concepts, which are those pictures where I bring in all the bits and pieces for a room. And so I've just uploaded a tutorial on that, which I'll put a link for below if you're interested in checking that out, where I actually take you through step by step of how I actually create those design concepts in Canva. It's a great way to wrap your head around the design, especially if you have multiple rooms in your house that you're looking to renovate. And oh, butterflies going past the screen.
That's good look.
That's right. And it's always good from a design perspective just to kind of really get a really clear perspective on the design. Other than that, as you know, we're also renovating Mum and Dad's bathroom. So I'm putting through some updates on that as well. They've got a Queenslander as well, and we renovated last year their kitchen. Currently doing their bathroom, so I'm just putting some smaller updates. Obviously this has been our priority, so we've been pretty full on here, but there's some updates there as well if you want to check out the link below. And I also have some tips, obviously with as with everyone's feeling it right now, with interest rates rising, cost of living rising, you know, all of those sorts of things. So I have some tips. If you are renovating, maybe you're reconsidering your renovation budget right now, because of all the additional costs. You know, we can't control the exterior impacts to our budget, but what we can control is the cost that you're spending and how you're spending it. So if you want, I'll also put a link to my Fixer Upper budget and material tracker below if that's helpful to you, just to really stay on top of your renovation plan and budget, especially if you're having to rethink things with you know, costs going up and those sorts of things.
So we had a pool shed installed before renovation started, because once we put in the slab, it was going to be very hard for the machinery to get in. And we were tied to a contract which we thought was a bit expensive, but it is what it is. And last week we got hit with a $630 bill for the pool fencing.
In addition to the actual cost of the pool.
So when I queried it, we were allowed 12 weeks of pool fencing included in the package. And outside of that, they were going to charge us a rental fee, which is extortionate.
Even though they knew that we would be putting the pool in. Now, we hadn't really queried it because we'd been very open about the fact that this would be an ongoing project. It would take us some time to get to the point where we'd be finishing out the pool. They requested the shell go in first. So we hadn't really thought too much about the actual fence in the contract. And you had pulled up a lot of items in the contract.
I questioned a lot of stuff. And we were never told that 12 weeks was coming to an end. We were never even told when it was starting to be charged. We were just hit with a big bill after
obviously what was a couple of months. Yeah.
But our mistake, maybe your savings.
It's in the contract, yeah.
So if you are doing something like this and it's on long term, inquire about the pool fence. Make sure it's included until the project is completed and it's not just for a fixed time and then they're going to charge you.
Yeah, so because we could have bought, for what we've spent in the original 12 weeks, we could have bought a pool fence ourselves, erected it up, and sold it on at the end of the project. So now we're almost $1,000 in total out of pocket for a pool fence, which is...
It's only temporary.
It's temporary. They're going to take it back. And now we're out of principle. We're actually going to go and buy our own pool fence now, get them to take it away, because it's probably going to be another couple of months. We don't really want to have to pay for another couple of months higher. These are the sorts of things that you can get pulled up on if you are renovating. So we just wanted to highlight it because we've never come across this. This is our third pool that we've installed, but it's our first pool in Queensland, and so we haven't come across where the pool company haven't provided the safety equipment for the pool as required as part of the overall build, even though it's taken longer than normal. I mean, we've never even heard of an additional charge for something like a pool fence, which honestly should be included. So that's why we wanted to share it anyway. So hopefully you will be able to renegotiate that yourself or save some money by picking one up yourself and installing it. That is it for us this week. Stay tuned next week where we're going to hopefully have some second floor extension on, cladding started, progress. Yeah.
Moving forward, not sideways, is always a good week.
Always a good week.
Fingers crossed.
Yep. And happy renovating. See you later.
Bye.